Alright everybody, welcome to the video. Helpful one for you here today. Basically get right into it. Don't train your front delts directly, front deltoid, the front of your shoulder here. And now I've heard videos, I actually seen one video of a super highly advanced guy saying that you should, but here's why I don't agree with that, is because his whole life is basically lifting, okay? Now, if you're like me, you're working some other, you know what I'm saying, you do other work, right? And a lot of, physical stuff in front of you, whether it's picking up boxes or like I screen print a lot, or a lot of holding shirts, picking up stuff, right? Well, and it's been cited or whatever too, like the average bodybuilder or person that works out, I don't know the exact percentages here, but it's something like this. Just say they have like a 10 times bigger front delt than the average man who doesn't exercise and lift, but like their rear delt is only like 1.5 times out of a 10 scale. Like the person, their 10 would be a front delt. The person who does exercise has like a 1 or 2 front delt, but the rear delt for somebody who lifts, like an average lifter, is like 2, and the person who doesn't lift is like 1. So see that imbalance there. And now why I say you should not train your front delt directly, and even the only way you still should is if it's like super lagging. But that's what I'm saying, is unless you're probably a professional bodybuilder, like that's your main thing you can do, like you don't really do any other physical work, and you can put every single like ounce of physical energy you have into bodybuilding, you may want to do some, or maybe then really not really, unless it's super underdeveloped, which is going to be super rare that it is underdeveloped, just for the fact that majority of things we do, humans are in front of us like this. We're going to be constantly lifting our arms up, constantly using the front part of our shoulder right here, the front delt. It's the front section here. So anytime you're bench pressing, hitting the front delt. Anytime you're overhead pressing, hitting the front delt. Okay, I think even when you're doing a bicep curl is coming into play there. And like I said, majority of everything you're doing in your day. Now you can just look at your shoulder from the side and all and see if you need to balance it out and all. It's always a better thing to work. You at least want to do equal parts pushing horizontally and pulling horizontally. Same thing if you do vertical pushes, you want to do equal parts vertical pulling. Mean if you do just say I'm a push-pull leg split, well, you have 2 sets of, I'm just using numbers here, 2 sets of flat bench press, 2 sets of vertical, incline press, and then 2 sets of cable flies, right? Well, your back day needs to be 2 sets horizontal pulling to, negate the, what I'm saying, it's the opposite of the movement you did. So your 2 sets of rows, horizontal rows, and then 2 sets of pull-ups or pull-downs. And then you would do like some rear delt flies. So it's the exact opposite motion, and the reason is because of that is because your musculature can pull your skeletal frame out of whack and your joints and everything out of whack, and then you get things like impingement, which is super common in the shoulder. And I've even had it in the past and got rid of it by start to stretch more of the front delts out, the pecs out more, and start doing a lot more flies and stuff. And even way back in the day, I wasn't matching my pushing with my pulling. That's a huge thing. Always match your pulling with your pushing with your pulling. And it's a little bit, it's just to be on the healthier side, to be more opened up, there's basically no harm in that. But to be more closed up where there's not enough space in the joint, there's harm in that. So if you want to do a tiny bit extra pulling, that's a good thing. So that's why I say do not train your front delt directly. Like I said, just from benching, any kind of horizontal, any kind of pushing you're doing overhead, any and every pushing you're doing is absolutely stimulating the front delt like crazy. I don't believe it needs any extra. Like I don't give mine any extra other than a lot of time carrying my shirts and stuff for my brand, or like boxes and stuff. I mean, or just everyday life stuff. Like when I'm on the computer and then my arm's up here, so it's still actually in a more of a flex state getting used. And you're probably the same way if you look at your shoulder. You know, if you flex your shoulder out and look at your shoulder and all, and then, you know, maybe do a side chest here, and really, you know, really look at the development of your shoulders, each head. You know what I'm saying? You got 3 heads on the shoulder here. You can see the rear delt here, rear delt, you got the side delt there, and then the front delt's in the middle. And even from the side relaxed, it even kind of looks like the front's more overpowering, right? But like I said, just make sure your rear delt is not lagging. I'm telling you, to save yourself time, pain, and progress in the gym. Basically, do not work your front delts directly. You don't need to be doing no damn front delt raises and you know, plate raises or any of that kind of stupid crap. I mean, the only time really for an aesthetic, I mean, like I said, the majority of the time your side delt's going to be, I mean, your front delt's going to be the biggest delt just naturally, because just naturally people who don't lift, I mean, that's naturally the most delt you use. I mean, who, you know, if you don't lift, who the hell's doing exercises that, you know what I'm saying, really work your side delt and rear delt? That, you know what I'm saying, that's why it's so damn rare for them to be, you know, any but bigger. That's why they get so much bigger when people lift as well. Just, you know, a lot of people just want to bench, you know what I'm saying, get big chest and arms and stuff like that, curl all the time. That's working the front delt too. So, and aesthetic wise, so mainly health wise, it's not good to have that overdeveloped. And like I said, the only way you should exercise that directly if need be would be if it's underdeveloped, which I think that would never be a case in anybody. Like, I've never seen any bodybuilder anywhere and been like, damn, that guy needs to hit his front delts more. You know what I'm saying? That's never, I don't think that's ever going to be a problem for anybody ever. And then aesthetically, the only, I mean, it helps when you're looking at the, you know what I'm saying, you're, you know, to get a full, you know, because it's a 3-part, you know, your front, your side, and your rear delt. It's a full, to get the full 3D round effect. Yes, you want all of them developed, but like I said, the front one's getting developed like crazy anyway. And really the only other time, you know, is when it's, you know, really coming into play is on like a front double bicep here. You get the sweep of it here, and from the back there you would get some of this sweep action, you know, from the back side. But again, it gets plenty of work. So I'm saying, if you're doing, especially if you're doing a horizontal press, most people are doing a flat press, a horizontal press, and doing overhead pressing. So you're really hammering your front delt. And even like me, when I, you know, I bodybuild, so all these presses I'm doing, mind muscle connection is all on my chest. So here and there, the front delts would get a little bit sore if I didn't control the weight quite as well as I wanted to. But I'm just gonna say 90% of my soreness goes to my chest, maybe 5% to my delts, and 5% to my triceps, right? Something like that. But they're still constantly lifting heavier and heavier weights, so they're still constantly progressing as well under that same exact stimulus that I'm placing on them, that I'm giving them. They're still overloading as well. Like I said, don't do it. Health reasons, number 1. Number 2, I mean, you just don't need it. It's just kind of wasted energy in the gym, I feel like. And again, health is number 1. You want to be looking at this long run. You just don't trying to get in shape for this summer. Or if you just go in there, you don't do things right, you do things incorrectly. Oh yeah, you're in there for 3 months, 4 months, you're busting ass, you're going hard, you're not resting long, you know what I'm saying, not giving you enough time off from the gym, not listening to your body when little things ache, that you need to start working, you know, your back more and opening things up more, you need to stretch more, you're not paying attention, bam, bam, go, bam, get some impingement, damn, now you got a frozen shoulder, now you can't even lift your shoulder up, you know, more than this here, and then now you got to take 3 months off from the gym. And then now that's when you start to spin your wheels, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, you can say, okay, from then you can start making progress, but why go through all that when I've already been through it, right? Or you can get this information from somebody else, great, you know what I'm saying? You can learn from their experiences, mine experiences. I've already been through that. I think I might have took off, it might have been around 3 months. So I took a long, you know how long it was off. It was a long time off. I got it from just basically overdoing everything and stuff like that. That's when I first started I got an impingement in my shoulder, and that's when I had to start figuring all that kind of stuff out. Oh, I hate that freaking point in my life, man, when I couldn't lift. Like, as much as I just love it, not be able to go do it. And again, like I said, you're spinning your wheels when you can just understand this. I've been through it here. Take my information, understand that, and implement it in your life, and you can keep, you know what I'm saying, your gain train moving forward, keep making progress. That's it for the video, why you should not train your front delts directly. Always just, I mean, for aesthetic reasons, purposes, just standing here, sitting here, the side delt from the front is going to be, that's going to really give you that V taper, which is going to be more aesthetically pleasing. And from the side, as you saw when I flexed, the side delt really pops out, but to give it that full 3D effect, you really want the rear delt. And then really any kind of back shot or any kind of angle shot from the back, you really want your rear delt to be popping as well. That's gonna, you know, really help with the aesthetics as well. And like I said, the main thing is health. It's getting hot as hell out here right now. I'm starting to sweat too much for my liking. I'm about to actually probably record another video and go in and finish recording or finish editing up a vlog. I'll just pop that up here just because I'm talking about it. Alright everybody, stay healthy. Gonna make y'all some gains. I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. Hope this helps y'all. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. It means the world to me that everybody's been doing that. Happy to help y'all. Comment down below if y'all need help with anything. Peace out.